My least favourite part of going anywhere, packing. If you followed me for a while, then you would know a bit about my packing habits. I'm scatty, I'm spontaneous, I'm disorganised, and most importantly, I'm last minute. Pretty much the night before I need to leave anywhere is when I suddenly get this burst of motivation to be like, I should pack. Jade, you should bring something with you. So it's that time again. Hi everyone. Hope you're having a lovely day. I hope life is treating you well, and welcome to a chatty, weird Jade energy packing video. My hair desperately needs a cut. Oh, should I expose myself? Yeah, I'm gonna expose myself. Are you ready? When it's quite literally just not got any shape left. Yeah. It just doesn't really sit nicely. It's just a lot. It's a Hagrid moment. It's a Hermione look. I'm already being classic Jade. The procrastination begins. So what's really mad about this semester compared to any of my other university semesters is that I'm going to be in my home country. I go to a weird and wonderful university called Minerva, which is a US-based university where me and the same university cohort year group, we move to different countries every semester. So I've been lucky enough to live in San Francisco, in Seoul, in Berlin, and I'm the only British person in my cohort. So it's just so mad to think that all my international friends are coming to my country. I can be a tour guide, I can show them around. I'm not gonna have the culture shock that I normally have. I'm not gonna have the same level of homesickness because I can come home. Most importantly, normally my whole life is limited to one of these and a small carry-on, but this time my beautiful parents are going to drive me in the car so I can effectively take a car full of stuff, which is so unheard of. I've learnt to be a minimalist and I don't know how I feel about it because I feel like I am just gonna bring loads of unnecessary things, but then it's also great because I can bring my beloved plants and it's just gonna be a good time. I'm living with 3 of my best friends in central London, which just, that's a dream. I'm living with my gal Lara. If you've been following me since I lived in Berlin last year or in Seoul, I've roomed with her twice before. She's brilliant. Love that girl. I'm living with Duke. He's from Vietnam. He is just pure good vibes, pure fun, pure energy. And I'm sharing a room with a girl called Marsha. She's from Ukraine. She is also an angel, and that's the flat. Any good packer knows that the secret to taking more stuff is packing cubes. Good folding techniques. Some like Marie Kondo action. That is what you gotta do. Welcome to Jade's highly disorganised broken cupboard. This cupboard looks great because it's got a mirror here. You can admire yourself, you can admire the plants. It looks good, it looks like it's optimising the storage space in here. But key factor, it doesn't work. Ever since I got it, it's just broken. None of us in my family can figure out how to fix it. No one's really that bothered. I'm not that bothered, but I have to like physically hoist up the whole thing whenever I want to open or close it. That's why you've just got to enjoy the views of half of my clothes in this room most of the time. But let's see, what am I gonna take to London town? Key fact, London is cold, in January especially, and this jumper I got in Seoul. When I lived in Seoul, it got to -12 some days. So this is a wonderful warm layer. It's definitely going in. I tend to own very impractical clothing because I love summery stuff and yet I live in England. So even summer is sometimes not feeling like summer. I don't really own that many jumpers like this one because for a long time I felt very insecure about my shoulders being broad. So I don't know, jumpers just aren't really a vibe. In a minimalist wardrobe and when you're packing, I recommend thinking of all the potential occasions you could have and tailoring an outfit for that occasion. So for example, I'm not going to dress up or go anywhere fancy that often, but I'm going to have one item that could be dressed up to that occasion if necessary, and then you've covered your bases. I thrifted this jumper in Berlin and it's so cozy. It makes me feel like a grandma in the best way. Sometimes the grandma aesthetic is exactly the study aesthetic you want, and yeah, you can light a candle. You just got these like baggy sleeves. It's so cute. Would I really be Jade if I didn't pack a naked woman's shirt? That's the question. My friend also got me this for Christmas. It's I Love Naturals, which is vegan and cruelty-free and recycled bottles, and they're body washes, and there's 4 of them, and there's 4 people in my house, so I'm going to give each of us one of these, which just are so cute. Oh my god guys, my family got this for Christmas and I'm literally obsessed. It's called Icebreaker and it's a tool for breaking the ice and forging meaningful relationships. Basically a game where they have different sections of questions divided into life, random, deep questions, experiences, if you could, and would you rather. And what I would do is I would take a random card for the person next to me, they have to answer the question, and then they take a card and ask the next person a question, and it just creates more meaningful conversations. Like, I've known my family my whole life, obviously. I might have never asked my dad how he sometimes gets in the way of his own success. Never asked my mum, if you could change one thing about the way you were raised, what would you change and why? What are the top 3 things on your bucket list? If you could buy your dream house, what is one weird room or feature you would have? Definitely gonna take this for my housemates. Instant route to popularity. Bring a speaker. This speaker cost me £15 on Amazon on Black Friday like 3 years ago. It's still running, it's still great. It's Anchor, it's cheap, it fits in my pocket, has a long battery life, and I swear anytime you're out with friends and you want to listen to a song, if you can just pull a speaker out, people will be like, oh my god, this person creates the vibes we want. Something which has just been bugging me lately, even though it's so irrational and arbitrary and just like unnecessary, is this fear that I don't really know what I want to do after uni, even though I still have more than a year left. I have like a year and a half left. I don't know why I'm stressing about this now, but I also do, because whatever I do for my capstone dissertation should preferably be somewhat related to what I want to do in the future. And it's just getting me down a bit. Like, I just catch myself overthinking because I've managed to overthink myself away from the beautiful present moment I'm in into a future problem which might not even be an issue, you know? How crazy that the whole dream career narrative has been fed to us our whole lives, as though we just need to know this one path we're going to go down and stick to it our whole lives, and you got to gear your life up to that one career in advance. I'm like, Jade, mate, like, you wrote a book last year, you have a successful YouTube channel, you're smart, you're brilliant, like, Jade, man, you've got to travel around the world, like, you are on paper so full of opportunity and greatness. Whatever path you want to do, you can do it. Whatever career interests you, go for it, you know, like, follow what you're interested in, all this stuff. But the feeling of this post-graduation anxiety, it's a feeling, it's not like a rational thing. Rationally, I know I'll always be okay. Yeah, just gets to you. One of my best friends just got a job at Uber over the summer. Another one has already got a job post-graduation at Robinhood in San Francisco, which is like, oh, mad. Another friend has set up her own education startup, which is insane, so amazing. It makes me think, what do I want to do, you know? And I know for a fact I enjoy uni less when I am bogged down in thinking about these things, because suddenly I'm not learning just for the sake of learning or enjoying with friends for the sake of enjoying with friends. It's like all of this is goal driven for a goal I haven't yet defined, and that scares me. We love an existential midnight crisis while packing, because it does just make you think about your life, doesn't it? It's funny, I've just been talking about this because I recently finished The Alchemist, and it's one of the most sold books worldwide, if not the most sold. It's translated to like 80 languages, and I've always heard of it, but I never read it. And now that I have, I really understand the hype. And it's about a shepherd who sells his entire herd of sheep and abandons his entire life and everyone he knows to go on search of his life's purpose, his personal legend. And I think that's relatable for a lot of us. We all want to know what the meaning of our lives is. We all want someone to define that for us, and we want to go out and find it. The main moral of the story is that you create your own purpose. Your purpose is within you at all times. You don't go and find it. It's something you have the power to create and define for yourself in exactly the life that you're living right now. I just thought it was a really beautiful book, so pick it up if you're interested.
It's been a long time.
Yes, ma'am. A lot of water under the bridge.
Some of the old songs.
Yes, ma'am.